Hello ladies and gents, today I am excited to share with you an advancement that we've made in connecting up our favorite LLMs to Instagram. You can have a copy of yourself working for you in Instagram and no need to hire anyone else to do it for you or spend your time doing it. So now this first video about this topic is actually using a thing called AI persona of Alex Hormozi. And I picked him because I am a big fan of Alex Hormozi. I even got his 2 books behind me, Lead and Offers. In this demo, please watch how it handles multiple Instagram messages. And it doesn't respond instantly, but waits and gathers the user's messages before crafting its response. This gives it a better feel of human-like interaction. So let's have a look at the demo. Alright, so I am on my phone and I've found my Instagram account, lunaris.ai. That's the handle. That's what you type into the search bar to find that. So the little green L logo and little green lady there in the video. And what you do is imagine this is a business profile or any sort of influence or anything you can really think of. Most of them have DM me with the word whatever to begin. So in this case, I've got DM me with the word Alex to begin. And when you message me with the word Alex, it starts. First greeting message was, "Yo Henrik, what's up bro?" And obviously you can change this to whatever you want. And then, so we are pretending that we are actually messaging Alex Hormozi. This is an AI persona. And what I've also done here is made it so that it can handle up to multiple messages in a row. So if I go, yo, yo, and then I go, what's doing? Wanted to know, maybe we can go, I'm a bit lost, not sure where to start with my business. Set up Alex here so that he can answer personal and business questions. He's also got some information in his knowledge base based on his books and some of the other stuff he's done. So we'll just wait here for his response now. And there you go, here's our response. So he said, "What's up? Sounds like you're ready to dive into the entrepreneurial pool, but need some direction." Totally normal, by the way. Let's zero in on what you're passionate about. What kind of business are you thinking of starting? What are you good at? And what does the market need? Once we've got that nailed down, we can strategize on making your idea a reality. You've got an industry in mind, or are you just spitballing ideas right now? So let's say I want to help businesses. Let's pretend I'm an AI automation agency and I want to ask him about this. So I am thinking of starting my own AI automation agency. We would help businesses solve their problems. Also, let's throw in a curveball in there and see what it responds with. Also, what's 2 plus 2? Usually someone might send something silly through. It should refer back to the topic at hand. So we'll see how that goes. All right, so we've got a response and it says, "Heck yeah, an AI automation agency is a solid pick, especially with the way tech's blowing up right now. You've got a broad market, potentially, since practically every industry could be itching for automation solutions to streamline their processes." Sounds pretty good. For the 2 plus 2, it's 4, my friend, but let's stay locked in on the business talk. This is good, so it's referred us back to the topic at hand. To kick off your agency, you got to pinpoint what problems you're best at solving. Like, are we talking about sales processes, automations, customer service bots, or something more niche? Once you've got that, you want to identify who has those problems and how you can reach them. Developing a strong value proposition is key. Then look towards structuring a business model. Think about how you'll attract clients, the pricing, and scaling up. You down to dig into any of these aspects? I am keen to dig into these. Can we schedule a meet? Would love to talk more about. Look, screwed up a couple times here while typing, so I just said I'm keen to dig into these. Can we schedule a meet? Love to walk more about this. And then I just replied, would love, and a talk. See what it comes up with here. And perfect. Absolutely, I'm glad to hear you're eager to dive deeper. If you're looking to schedule some time to chat, just hit up my calendar link and we'll lock in a time that works for you. We'll walk through your business concept, flesh out the model, and strategize on making your agency a success. Can't wait to connect and help you level up. Let's make it happen. And then what you do is you just click on here, go continue, and it sends you through to the booking page on Calendly. And then yeah, you can book a time. And then I said, okay, thanks for that. See you then. And then Alex responded with, you got it. I'm looking forward to our chat. If you think of any questions or ideas you want to hit on, jot them down and so we can cover everything when we meet. Catch you on the flip side. I think that's actually what he says. He usually ends his podcast with bye. So what's happened in our thing here is that it's been able to pick up on multiple messages that we've sent through to it. It's keeping the conversation in the style of Alex Hormozi. So if there's a specific way that you like to talk or the way that you would like to present yourself in messages, this is highly customizable. We can train the responses based on some videos or transcripts that you've got happening maybe from your Spotify. That's a thing we could do as well. We've seen a few successes in our community with people having a system like this, but just not being able to handle those multiple messages yet. Hopefully this is a good showcase. But just out of curiosity, I'll be like, do you know Yoda? Can you speak like him? Yeah, okay, he said, that's interesting, but let's focus on our business or fitness goals. Basically, it just brought us back to the topic at hand again. So it's doing a pretty good job with that. So we're using a platform called Agentive. It is made by Liam Otley's team and himself. And at the moment, it's in its beta stages. And if you do want to join Liam Otley's community and play around with this, there's definitely a wait list. And if there isn't one, then it's not every single person is getting into using Agentive because it is in its beta stage, and the team is working really hard behind the scenes to make this best as possible before it gets released to anyone else. Okay, so what we've got is on the top right, once you log in, you've got a deploy button here, and there's 1, 2, 3 steps that you follow, or 4. And then what you do is you click on the ManyChat template, save to ManyChat here. So you'd have to have a ManyChat account already set up. I'll have all the links to all this below if you want to set all this up, except for Agentive. And then you save to ManyChat, and what will happen is it'll look like this more or less when you go into ManyChat. So this is the exact template that you get when you copy it from Agentive. So let's just go, if you've never used ManyChat, you have no idea what's going on. Let's just go through the flow step by step. So what happens is when, in this particular case, Liam set it up so that when someone messages him the word Liam in direct messages, then we get an automated response. Grab the name of the person that messages you on Instagram. And then in this case, what would you like to know about our accelerator? In our case, it was, hey, name, what's up, bro? Where you can change it to whatever you want. And then we'd be happy to help. And then what it does here is it saves the last response. So you can grab the variable and put last message from user here. That's what I will do here. And then in your GPT actions, go request. And I've already set all this up as per instructions from here in Agentive. So I just copied all these, and in here you'd have to modify this to be a last message from user. So for me it says invalid string, but what you can do is you can click on the like curly brackets button here and then set it up from your custom user fields. Then you save this to whatever response you want, say name, I don't know, whatever you want. Basically, so what's happened so far is it's collected the person's message, it's collected that info. It's now going to send this message to Agentive. What will happen in Agentive side is it will create like a new conversation within itself and then store that conversation somewhere. And then it'll get the message from Agentive once it creates a response. So it gets the response from Agentive. Then stuff happens here, and when you copy the template, it will actually have the fields in here. For some reason mine are missing. That should not be the issue for you though, especially if you've copied this the first time. Because I copied this from Agentive a couple of times, what happens is that the variables, if there is only one saved in ManyChat, it will create a new one. And what I probably did is I went back and deleted my old ones so that I don't have to fluff around with all the new variables. And then yeah, in this field, you'll also have the last message sent from user. So in this one here, you'll have the exact same thing that we had at the start. So what we'll do is we'll just loop around to, if you follow this, just goes straight to the start again, and then the whole process begins from anew. And then if nothing works out and this conversation gets assigned, you'd probably have to click on this. So for me, I can only choose myself, so it'd probably be the same option for you. And then what happens is you can manually respond if something stops working, which shouldn't be the case. So that's like the general overview in ManyChat. Let's now have a look into Agentive side of things. So the only things you would have to set up here is create a new agent. You'd click edit. You'd call it whatever you want. So I think I called mine Alex Hormozi or something like that. So I'm just going to call it Alex. Here you give us some instructions, say you are a troll. Then you can give this troll like a 4chan troll. And then you can give it some knowledge. So enable knowledge base. You can put whatever files you want in there. So PDFs, and I think it actually gives you these things that you can put in there. Yeah, so there you go. So maximum file size is 512 megabytes. You can put in docx, JSON, PDFs, and even PowerPoint and text files. I would not recommend uploading something this big though. And the limit is 20 files at the moment. Tools. So this is where you could create a thing called a function, a tool. What could you call it? An OpenAI schema. We have talked about this in my channel before. I won't be showing you my setup for my agent today, at least. But what then happens is you would have to hook up your Agentive to OpenAI to get it working. And what you do then is you go to this link here, which I'll put in the description below. This is where you grab your API keys from OpenAI and you just create a new secret, call it whatever you want, create a new key, you'll copy it, and then you'll have to paste it into your account. So you go into your account, you'll click on organization, and in that part you'll have a thing where you can copy your API key. I won't go on there because I don't want to show mine. And that's it from the setup with Agentive and OpenAI. Now to hook up ManyChat to Agentive, you do follow those steps in there. And essentially what we've done is we've went and clicked on send message to Agentive, clicked on here, went on body, and in these spots you replace your API key and your assistant ID. You replace them with these things here. So I will blur these out, but you replace them with the numbers that come up in the instructions in Agentive. And yeah, so session ID. So you would have to delete this if it comes up with something weird there. Add a field and then go find the session ID, click on that and put it in here. I'm just not going to save it because this isn't my current flow. And that's the tech stack that I'm using. So let's have a quick chat about this setup. So you're running your own social media platform, say Instagram in this particular case, and you would like personalized responses. And the thing that we set up today would be a perfect opportunity to have something like that there working for you as like a copy of yourself. What this also does is you then don't need to spend time to reply to followers or people interested in talking to you. And what I mean by that is it will help you qualify them. Another thing is you don't need to hire a VA anymore, so a virtual assistant, so like a person that actually sits there 24/7 and reply. This replaces that. And basically how all it works is we've used a bit of prompt engineering. We've created our, what we call it, an AI persona in the space, and using the tone, keywords, key phrases, and like the way that Alex Hormozi speaks, we've been able to make something like this. Then we connect OpenAI via Agentive, then Agentive hooks up into ManyChat, and then ManyChat is the thing that lets us talk to Instagram. And essentially what happens is a person DMs you with a keyword. We can also set it up so that it replies to a reel or a story that you make. You have some conversation with the person and then reach your desired goal. So whatever that is. And this can be changed to suit anyone or any business. This would be pretty good, I'm thinking, for coaches, real estate, and e-commerce. Another like niche I'm thinking what would be good for is even like something like teeth whitening services. They also have quite a lot of queries coming through. I had a look around and they'd be interested in something like this too. Just thinking outside the box here instead of going for the usual e-commerce that we tend to go in this space. And some things to consider is if you wanted to set this up yourself or you're an agency that wants to learn how to do this, I can help you set it up, but it will probably take about an hour or two, depending if you've got your Instagram and Facebook set up already, and ManyChat, just depends. At the moment, you do need, for this particular setup, you do need Agentive. And as I said before, it is in the beta stages and not everyone can access this as of the time of this recording. Another thing to consider with this AI Instagram persona thing is that the response time, which you didn't see in the demo, is between like at least 30 seconds to 2 minutes, depending on the complexity and how many messages someone sent. So a plus is that it feels a bit more natural. So it's not like an instant reply. I'm not sure if you've ever played with LLMs, but as soon as you press enter, it gets sent and then it processes it right away. Whereas with this one, the response time is delayed. It waits for X amount of responses, collects them all together, concatenates into one string, and then processes that, and then sends it through to the LLM. So GPT-4 or GPT 3.5 Turbo. So yeah, the response time might be a bit more natural. And yeah, some final thoughts. I think I've built something that is quite big and complex. I'm working on building a fallback system just in case OpenAI also shuts down. So if you have a look at the statuses, for example, on the 18th of March, they were down for 55 minutes. And on February, they were down partially for 3.5 hours. So they have like a pretty good uptime according to the 90 days. But what would happen then if OpenAI doesn't work? So I'm working on a fallback system at the moment in ManyChat to handle something like this. What I mean by the simplicity here is that you might just want something just to send a PDF or just a really quick message outlining your program without all the crazy AI stuff happening, right? So we could set something like that up too. And if you want to connect and discuss how I do the multiple messages and how I set things up and just teach you how to do it, you're welcome to book a call with me below. All right, cool. Thanks for watching this one, and peace. Signing out.